Batra Daf Kof Ter Amud Aleph, 4 lines down. We just said that a man's son is the person whose inheritance goes to, the first choice, and the father of the person who passed away is not the first choice. So the Gemara says, Imam, 1 second, let's look at the Pesukim. She'ero, when the Pesuk says you shall give the inheritance to a relative, Zeha'av is referring to the father of the person that passed away. Melamed Sha'av Kudim Labat, it teaches you that the father is before the daughter of the person who passed away. So Yani, grandfather is in front of daughter. You might think that the father should even be before the son of the person that passed away. Tamlor, the pasuk therefore says, Akarov, Karov, Karov Kodem, the pasuk teaches you that you go closest distance. So Gemara says, if that's the case, then how come we didn't just learn this? Teach you the order. Gemara says no. Since regarding to Yibum, right? So a person who passes away without kids, that's when the wife is eligible for Yibum for the brother-in-law, but that doesn't apply when there's a daughter. So we see by Yibum, son and daughter are the same. Regarding to inheritance, they're the same thing, and therefore just like the son is closer, so the daughter is closer. The rest of the maybe explain the pasuk a different way. She'erot means pasuk when said pasuk is relative. Zav is referring to the father of the person passed away. The father is in front of the uncles, yani the father's brothers. Maybe the father should also be in front of the brothers of the person who passed away as well, yani his sons. Talmud Amar, Hakarov, the person who follows Karov Krodim, the relatives go first. How come we did not explain the pasuk this way? Because the Gemara says, Achea Av lo tzrich. You don't need the pasuk to exclude the uncles of the person who passed away. Because why? Achea Av mi koach man ka'atu. Why? Whose power are they coming? Is the uncles coming from? Yani, where are they in the picture from? From the father himself. Ka'av, kayati Achea. So therefore, mikoach Av ka'ati, ka'av, so therefore, if they were coming from the father, why would they go in front of the father? The only reason why they're related to the nephews is because it's their brother's kid. So why would they go in front of their brother if it's their brother's kid? The pasuk does not mention it this way, meaning the father is seemingly the last. The pasuk says, there are no other brothers to his father, then you'll give it to the father, the relative who's closest, referring to the dad, seemingly the dad goes last. The Gemara says, no, the pasukim were not mentioned in a specific order. There's no way to learn from there. Okay. We learn from the Braita. The Tanya Braita says, the following was learned. Ish ki yamut uben in law, man passes away, has no son, you shall pass the inheritance to the daughter. Only when the daughter survives, the person passed away, that's when the property goes to the father. That's when the property does not go from the father, because it goes to the daughter. But the property does not pass where only the brothers survive. Rather, the father goes in front of the person's brothers. Let's explain the pasuk differently. Only when the daughter survives, it passes the brothers. But maybe you don't cause the inheritance to pass from the father when there's only a daughter. So the Gemara says, now it should not mention and you shall pass. From the fact that you see that it will pass, it says it teaches you that whenever the daughter gets the inheritance, it passes over someone, which is referring to the father of the person who passed away, her grandpa. There's another we learned from this Braita mentioned. You learned from this pasuk. What do you do with the word she'ero, relative? The following: she'ero zu ishto is referring to his wife. Teaches you the husband inherits his wife. And she'ero, who learned the father is primary from the word she'ero. They do with that pasuk of Vavartem. Teach him by the time. All pesukim regarding inheritance says nitina, giving. Nun tafnun. It says passing to teach you. Only person who could possibly pass property from one shevet to the next, yani the rightful property from shevet A to shevet B, is impossible to transfer over unless it passes through the daughter. Because the daughter of, let's say, shevet Shimon, if she's married to shevet Yisachar, the husband slash son of that shevet Yisachar will be able to transfer it from the daughter. How do you know that when it says she'er or relative, it means the father? The says she'er avichahu. The problem is, but you also could say the word means mother. Says she'er immechahi. So you see that the word sher could be either one. Why you have to exclude father? Only include the father. Pasuk says, "Mi mishpachto v'yarash ota." You shall go to the family and they will inherit it. Mishpachat av kriya mishpacha mishpachat em enek mishpacha. The word family is used for father relatives, paternal relatives, but not for mother, maternal relatives are not called family. Tzitzit Pasuk says, "Lemishpachotam lebet avotam." Their families, their father's family. Mishpachat em enek mishpacha. When's that? Maternal family is not considered family. Al-aktiv. There's a guy from Yehuda, from the family of Yehuda. Who Levi, and he was Levi. Who gar Sham, and lived there. Who got Hakav Kasher is a stira. Amra who Levi mentioned that he's a Levi. Amam Levi, as he sounds like he comes from Shevet Levi. Mishpahat Yehuda, from the family of Yehuda. Amam Yehuda, he sounds like he's coming from Yehuda. Elalav must be. Da'avu Am Levi, Imam Yehuda. His father is from Levi and his mother is from Yehuda. So we see from here the Kamar Mishpahat Yehuda, we see he's still called the family of Yehuda. So it must be that the word family is used by mother relatives. Where I said not a proof. You misinterpreted it. Marva Bar Nachman Mahnan La Gavra Dishme Levi. Not he didn't come from the Shevet Levi. His name was Levi. Ihaki is the case. I know the Kamar Micha when Micha says in that pasuk later on, Atayadati ki yativ Hashem li ki haya li halevi halevi. I have a Kohen Levi as a Kohen, a priest for his avodah zarah. Why would he be proud that his person was a priest? Yes. He was happy he was able to appoint a priest whose name was Levi. Was his Levi really his name? It's impossible. We know his name was Jonathan. Jonathan ben Gershom ben Menashe. Jonathan the son of Gershom the son of Menashe. Who banav hayul kohanim l'shevet Dani. They were priests to the tribe of Dan. So his name wasn't Levi, his name was Jonathan. The Gemara says no. According to what you just said, who his father wasn't Menashe. Ben Moshe, we know his father was Moshe. The pasuk says Bnei Moshe Gershom ve'Eliezer. Ela must be the reason why they called him that was because mitoch she'asa ma'asim Menashe, he acted like King Menashe, who did a lot of avodah zarah. Therefore the pasuk connects him to Menashe. So over here, mitoch she'asa ma'asim Menashe datim Yudah. Since Yonatan acted like Menashe, that came from Shevet Yudah, the love of Yudah, they called him Shevet Yudah. Rabbi Yochanan Mishum Rabbi Shimon Bar Yochai. People, we see from the Torah connects bad with the bad. We see from the fact that he called Yehuda, even though he wasn't part of Yehuda, but he acted like someone like Yehuda. It would connect it. Rabbi Yosef Mechina different proof. V'gam hu tov to'ar me'od. Adoniah was extremely handsome. Ve'oto yalda acharei Avshalom. She gave birth to him after Avshalom. Now, seemingly, Adoniah Avshalom sounds like has the same mother. Adoniah ben Hagit Avshalom ben Ma'achal, different mothers. Ella must be why they called that. Since Adoniah acted like Avshalom, who rebelled against David Melech, they connected him to Avshalom. Hachanami, so it's over here regarding Menashe. Okay. Amar Azar, lim person should always marry into a good family. Moshe married Yitro. And we found that they had Yonatan came from him who did not do good things. He didn't love Zerah. Aaron married the daughter of Aminadav. Yatsa Minun Pinehas, Yad Pinehas. The Gemara says, Pinehas lad Mitra Ate. Pinehas also came from Mitro. Baktiv. Elazar ben Aaron lakach lo benot Putiel lo isha. From Putiel. What is Putiel? My love the Ati me Yitro Shibitim Achalin lav Zerah. Yitro was nicknamed was Putiel also because he used to fatten the animals for idol worship. So we see Elazar also married Yitro's daughter. Where it says, no. That's Yosef Pipet Yitro. It came from Yosef, family that struggled Pipet with his Yesahara with Eshet Potiphar. One second, when Pinehas killed Zimri, they made fun of him. They bashed him. They said, what? Ben Puti, you see this Ben Puti, the son of Puti, which meant Ben Shipitem Aviv Imo Aghalim. This guy whose mother's father, his grandfather, used to fatten animals. Yaharog Nasi Sheb Israel. They said, how can he kill the Nasi of Bnei Israel without being punished? So we see that he was from Yitro. This is referring to. Either his mother's father came from Yosef, the Imam Yitro and his mother's mother came from Yitro. The Imam Yitro, maybe the grandfather from his mother's side came from Yitro. Imam Yosef and his mother's mother came from Yosef. Regardless, multiple generations in between Pinehas and Yitro. However, Moshe was one direct. And therefore, Pinehas had a higher chance, had an easier ability to become tzaddik, while Moshe's didn't. They can also prove. Maybe not Putiel, says the daughters of Putiel. Tatesh Mishma Mina sounds like there was more, two ancestors, Yani, two generations. Okay, Marava. And it says Isha, someone who wants to marry a woman, Sadiq Shidoh Ba'achia, you should check the brothers. Shanemar Pasuk says, Vaikach Aaron at Elisha, Abad Midav Ahut Nashon. Aaron took Elisheva, the daughter of Minadav, the sister of Nashon. Hey, Mimash Mishnemar Bat Midav. Once we know that she's the daughter of Minadav, I knew that she Ahut Nashon he. So we know that she's also the sister of Nashon, their brother and sister. Why did I mention it? Ma'atul the Marachon Nashon was upon telling us, Mikam we must see from here. Shana say Isha Sadiq Shidoh Ba'achia, person who's marrying a woman, check the brothers, see how they are. They see the good family. I Baruch Hashem have brothers-in-law. All of them are sterling, good middle people and good people. Baruch Hashem. So we see that person wants to marry a woman. Check how the brothers are, because actually the Gemara says later on, Tana Rov Banim Domin La'achiaim. The Gemara says that the one person's kids actually represent your brothers-in-laws from your wife's side. So if you want to see what type of kids you're gonna have, look at them. And Baruch Hashem, like I said, I have very good brothers-in-laws because I do the daf. No, I'm just kidding. When the people from Dan came, they used a certain lashon to Yonatan. They said, "Who brought you here? What do you do here? What is it for you here?" Amrullah, they said, "Well, you weird. You used a few words that sound like Moshe Rabbeinu. Labi Moshe akati. You come from Moshe. Tetiv be atikrav halom. Same word. Labi Moshe akati. Another word. Pasuk. Tetiv be mazeh biadecha. Is that also? Labi Moshe akati. The TV also came from Moshe because that po amodi madi. You same words. Taaseh kohen avodah zarah. How are you who came from Moshe? Is doing avodah zarah. Where it says being a kohen for them, and it's priest for it. And Marlene and Jonathan answered, I received I know halacha from my grandpa Moshe. A person should even hire himself out to be a servant for Avodah Zarah. And not worship it, but work for it. And don't require donations and charity from others. Take even this type of job. He thought, that Moshe meant to work for Avodah Zarah. But that's not what Moshe meant. Moshe said when you're working avodah zara means avodah that's unfamiliar to you, alienated to you, even something that's not hashub. If you need money, do anything. Cut the carcass of an animal, cut the skin off, and get paid. Do any job just to get paid. But don't say, "Oh, I'm too hashub to do this job." And it's not it's embarrassing for me, or it's beneath my kavod. Person should make sure you're doing to do something to make panasa. Kevin David Shimon Habib mentioned in the Mishnah. Was sorry, and earlier than David Melech saw that Yonatan loved money. Mina he pointed him in charge of the treasure house. Shnemar Ushvuel ben Gerashom ben Shishna Shavuel, the son of Gerashom, son of Moshe, was in charge of the treasure houses. V'chi Shavuel Shemo was named really Shavuel. But I don't know that we know that Yonatan Amar Yochanan teaches you Sheshav le'el. Shavuel is Sheshav le'el b'chol libo. He returned to Hashem. He did the Shuvah with all his heart, completely. Wow! Right before on Yom Kippur, this concept of Teshuvah, movement.